It's every game we play, we want to win. I can't tell you now because I don't know what's going to happen the next four games we play in. Maybe it's a make or break for us, maybe not. But all I know is that we want to win the game. We've prepared in order for us to win this game, and we're as ready as we can be. So we're just going to go out there and give it our best shot tomorrow. I'm pretty happy that it's going to be packed. The last few games I played here wasn't full, and it almost feels wrong in a way. You almost get lost in the middle out there. It's so big. So it's nice to know that it's going to be chock and block tomorrow. I've always enjoyed big crowds and enjoyed busy games, intense games. So it's should get the blood flowing tomorrow, playing in front of the big crowd in a big stadium with great tradition and history. And we always love playing in big games. So nothing will change tomorrow. We're just looking forward to playing some good cricket tomorrow. I'm not too worried about other teams' results, even though we are part of the whole tournament, and it does influence us. I've encouraged the guys not to take part in too much of the other cricket going on. We know India is still the world champions. We know they're an incredible cricket team. So the respect factor is definitely still there, and the respect for us towards them as a cricket team is definitely there. Whether they've won or lost, it would not have changed a lot in our planning and preparation going into this game. We know they're a very dangerous side, and we're going to play accordingly and hopefully come out on top tomorrow. He's given us some advice, yes. Everything we covered in the last few days, when it comes to analysis of the conditions, what to expect, what not to expect, we covered pretty much all of that, and he was just there to give us some confirmation of that we're on the right track, and he let us know when we were talking nonsense as well. So it's just nice to have him around, a guy with great experience. Guys won a World Cup before. He's a great finisher. He's handled pressure situations really well, and it's the kind of people that we like to have in our squad. It does help. Just to come back to your first comment, it's actually played exactly the opposite in all the games that I've played in the past. I've never played at the MCG with a lot of pace and bounce. It's always been quite slow. Which doesn't suit us that well, but it's definitely that perception that you talk about is certainly wrong. The last game we played against Australia is one of the slowest wickets I've ever batted on. So at night maybe it skids on a little bit more, which will bring our team attack a little bit more into the game, but also you get value for your shots a bit more. So there's a lot to think about, but it's certainly not a quick wicket. So we'll have to really just adapt as quickly as possible, assess the conditions, and try and get the momentum on our side. Good memories of this field, yes. I personally haven't scored a lot of runs here, except for the last game I got 80 odd. But like I said before, it's a beautiful stadium to play cricket at. It's going to be full. It should be great energy in the crowd, and hopefully we can entertain them with some good cricket. The top four's been the reason why we've won games in the last few years. So there's no real issues there, I believe. We've had some issues in our middle order of guys really stepping up, finishing games. That's definitely, we've seen a big improvement over the last few games, and they're sort of stepping up. Us is there just to make sure that confidence levels run high in the middle order. I see it as a big area in all formats of the game, to win your games. 5, 6, 7. Those positions are really important. The top four, I believe, is the best top four in the world at the moment, and scored all the runs over the last few years. Won us some really, really important games, and there's no real issues there. So, yeah, there's not much talking to do at the moment. I mean, the previous game they showed that what they're all about as batters, and they love batting together. So I'm just expecting more of that in the next few games. Just for them to really apply themselves at the crease, not try and do too much, but just get themselves in and see what happens from there on in. Yeah, we covered all their players, batters and bowlers. Ashwin is a wonderful bowler. They've got some other match winners as well. We've played spin really well over the last 5 years. In fact, it's definitely not a weakness of our team. Not saying that Ashwin can't win them a game tomorrow. We know what he's all about, and we've got respect for him and his abilities as a bowler. But it's not an area we're worried about. It's just we're just going to go play out there. We know the seamers they have. But all three of the spinners, including Raina, they have are dangerous players. They're all dangerous players, and they can all turn a game around for India. So it's a matter of just really applying yourself out there, getting used to the conditions, and then when you get your sniff and you get a bit of momentum behind you, then to make it count. I really enjoy the time off. I mentioned before that The tournament is quite long, but it's also important for me to slow things down and to make sure we enjoy every single moment away from the game and while we're playing. I see it as just a journey in life almost for the team. If we come out on top here, I don't want it to feel like a blur looking back. You know, it must be a really good 2 months of our lives. And if you rush things and you play games every second day, you almost just, like the IPL sometimes, it's a long tournament, but you look back and you think, where did those 2 months go to, you know? So I just want to slow things down, enjoy every moment with the team and enjoy each other's successes. But most important, enjoy time away from the game because there's enough pressure moments in the games to really eat you up, and for us to enjoy time away from the game is really important.